It's easy to get caught up in everything and everyone around us. We spend so much time helping others, dealing with daily challenges, and managing responsibilities that we often forget the most important person ourselves. But now it's time to change that. It's time to focus on you. Imagine waking up each day feeling clear about what you want, confident in your choices, and motivated to take steps toward the life you deserve. Picture yourself stronger, more disciplined, and ready to face any challenge with a calm mind and a steady heart. This isn't about overnight success or big leaps. It's about simple, steady actions you can take every single day to build a better, happier you. In this video, you'll find practical advice that's easy to understand and even easier to apply. We'll explore ways to grow your mindset, build habits that stick, and create real progress that you can feel. You'll learn how to quiet doubt, boost your confidence, and stay focused on your goals. Most importantly, you'll discover how to treat yourself with kindness while pushing yourself to be your best. Stick around, because what comes next could change how you see yourself and your future. This journey is about taking control, making small but powerful changes, and moving forward with purpose. It's time to put yourself first and invest in your growth. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Commit daily to prioritize your personal growth and wellness. Prioritizing personal growth and wellness every single day is the foundation for a life that is meaningful, balanced, and resilient. This commitment is not a one-time decision, but a continuous, deliberate choice to focus on yourself and your development regardless of circumstances. It means waking up each morning with the clear intention that your well-being and progress matter, and then acting on that intention through concrete, consistent steps. The power of this commitment lies not only in what it accomplishes, but in what it builds within you: strength, clarity, self-respect, and a sense of control over your life. This chapter explores how to create and sustain a daily dedication to your personal growth and wellness. It will show why this is vital, how it transforms your mindset, and practical ways to weave this focus into your life so deeply that it becomes second nature. The goal is to move beyond vague ideas about self-improvement and step into a daily practice that shapes your character and enhances your life from the inside out. At its core, personal growth is the deliberate effort to become a better, wiser, and more capable version of yourself. Wellness includes physical, mental, and emotional health, all interconnected parts of living well. When these two come together, you create a powerful cycle. Growth fuels wellness, and wellness fuels growth. Without prioritizing both daily, it is easy to lose balance, become overwhelmed, or drift without direction. A daily commitment means you do not wait for the perfect moment or some external motivation to kickstart change. It means you take responsibility for yourself right now and every day after. The difference between those who succeed in life and those who feel stuck often comes down to this: the willingness to show up consistently for themselves no matter what. Small daily actions build momentum and over time produce extraordinary results. To make this commitment real, the first step is to get clear on why it matters personally to you. Growth and wellness are not abstract concepts. They must connect to your values and your vision for life. When you understand what you want to achieve or who you want to become, the effort to prioritize yourself becomes less of a chore and more of a meaningful mission. Take a moment to reflect honestly on what motivates you. Is it health, peace of mind, confidence, freedom, or a legacy? Knowing this why anchors your resolve. Once your purpose is clear, the next step is to define what prioritizing your growth and wellness looks like in your daily life. This is where many people stumble because they think of personal growth as something huge and complicated, or wellness as some distant ideal. The truth is, the daily focus should be simple, specific, and doable. You don't have to transform overnight. You just have to start with manageable habits that add value consistently. Begin by designing your daily routine around activities that support your growth and wellness. For example, setting aside time for reading or learning expands your mind. Scheduling moments for physical movement strengthens your body and releases stress. Practicing mindfulness or journaling deepens your emotional awareness. Eating nourishing foods fuels your energy. These small choices are the building blocks of progress and health. Discipline plays a critical role here. Committing daily means showing up even when you don't feel like it. It is the quiet strength to do what's best for you regardless of mood or circumstance. Discipline is not about harsh self-punishment, but about honoring your commitment to yourself with kindness and consistency. It's the voice that says, "This matters, and I will follow through." Building discipline begins with setting realistic goals and gradually increasing your effort so you avoid burnout and stay motivated. Another important aspect is learning to say no to distractions or obligations that steal your time and energy. Prioritizing yourself means setting clear boundaries with others and with yourself. It means understanding that your growth and wellness are not selfish but essential to being your best in all areas of life. When you protect your time for personal development, you build a foundation that supports your work, relationships, and happiness. Tracking progress is a powerful motivator. Keeping a journal or checklist of daily actions creates accountability and allows you to see how small steps accumulate. It also helps you adjust your approach if something isn't working. Reflection is part of growth, so regularly reviewing what you've done encourages learning and refinement. Celebrate wins, no matter how small. They remind you that commitment yields results. It's also essential to cultivate a mindset that views setbacks and challenges as opportunities to learn rather than failures. Growth is not linear. You will have days when motivation wanes or life throws obstacles your way. How you respond in those moments defines your progress. Practicing patience and resilience keeps you moving forward, even through difficulty. Remember that the commitment to yourself is stronger than any temporary setback. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is another way to maintain focus. Connect with people who inspire you, support your journey, or share similar goals. Their energy will fuel your commitment and help you stay accountable. At the same time, minimize exposure to negativity or distractions that undermine your efforts. Your environment plays a significant role in sustaining a daily practice of growth and wellness. Practical tools can support this commitment. Apps for habit tracking, meditation, or exercise provide structure. Books, podcasts, or courses offer knowledge and motivation. Setting reminders or alarms nudges you back to your priorities when life gets busy. Find what fits your lifestyle and preferences so that prioritizing yourself becomes natural rather than forced. A daily focus on personal growth and wellness also deepens self-respect. Every time you choose yourself, you affirm that your life matters and that you deserve effort and care. This builds confidence and inner strength. It also shifts your perspective from reacting to external circumstances to proactively shaping your life. When you feel in control of your growth, you gain peace of mind and clarity. Emotionally, this commitment nurtures self-compassion. Growth requires honest self-examination, but also kindness toward your imperfections. It means recognizing that improvement is a journey, not a destination. Being gentle with yourself while holding high standards creates balance. It prevents discouragement and burnout, allowing you to sustain your practice for the long haul. Physically, prioritizing wellness through movement, rest, and nutrition improves energy and reduces stress. The body and mind are inseparable. Nurturing one strengthens the other. Simple habits like drinking water, stretching, and getting quality sleep may seem minor, but have profound effects on your ability to grow and stay motivated. Physical wellness is the foundation that supports all other improvements. Mentally, dedicating time to learning, reflection, and creativity sharpens your mind and opens new possibilities. Challenging yourself intellectually prevents stagnation and keeps life interesting. Even brief daily practices like reading a page, writing a thought, or solving a problem stimulate growth. Mental wellness includes managing stress and practicing mindfulness to stay present and focused. Spiritually, for those who resonate, prioritizing inner peace through meditation, prayer, or connection with nature enhances overall well-being. It provides grounding and purpose beyond external achievements. Spiritual growth aligns your values with actions, creating harmony and resilience in the face of life's challenges. The cumulative effect of committing daily to personal growth and wellness is transformation. Over weeks and months, you become stronger, clearer, healthier, and more capable of facing life with confidence. You begin to notice shifts in how you respond to stress, how you relate to others, and how much you enjoy your life. This is not magic, but the natural outcome of intentional daily effort. It is important to remember that this commitment is yours alone. While support and guidance help, the real work happens inside your choices and actions. No one else can do it for you, and no external condition can replace the power of your consistent effort. This truth is liberating because it means you are never powerless to change your life. Practical steps to start include identifying 1 or 2 key habits that support your growth and wellness and committing to them for 30 days. For example, waking up 10 minutes earlier to plan your day or walking for 15 minutes after lunch. Small habits are easier to maintain and build momentum. Once established, add more or deepen your practice. Progress over perfection is the mindset to embrace. Create a simple morning or evening ritual that centers you and sets your intention for growth. This could be a moment of deep breathing, reviewing your goals, or writing a short gratitude list. Rituals anchor your commitment and create mental cues to focus on yourself. They help transition your mind from autopilot to purpose-driven action. Be mindful of your language when talking to yourself. Replace negative or dismissive thoughts with empowering affirmations. For example, change "I don't have time" to "I choose to invest time in myself." Words shape beliefs, and beliefs drive behavior. Rewiring your inner dialogue supports sustained commitment. Seek out role models or mentors who exemplify the qualities you want to develop. Learning from their habits and mindset accelerates your progress. Read biographies, listen to talks, or connect directly if possible. Seeing how others prioritize growth and wellness makes it more tangible and achievable. Avoid the trap of multitasking when it comes to personal growth. Focus your attention fully on one habit or practice at a time. Quality over quantity ensures you build a strong foundation, rather than spreading yourself too thin. This concentrated effort creates deeper change. Recognize that commitment fluctuates. Some days will be easier, some harder. When motivation dips, return to your why and remind yourself of the benefits you are creating. Use obstacles as signals to adjust your approach rather than reasons to quit. Flexibility combined with persistence is key. Finally, celebrate your progress regularly. Acknowledge the effort and courage it takes to prioritize yourself daily. This reinforces positive behavior and boosts morale. Treat yourself kindly and reward milestones in meaningful ways that do not contradict your wellness goals. In essence, committing daily to prioritize personal growth and wellness is an act of respect and love for yourself. It is a powerful declaration that your life and potential matter. This commitment grounds you in discipline, clarity, and resilience, equipping you to face life's uncertainties with strength and hope. By taking intentional steps each day, you build a life of purpose, health, and fulfillment. This path requires patience and persistence, but offers a reward unmatched by quick fixes or external achievements. It transforms not just what you do, but who you are. It invites you to become the author of your own story, the master of your fate, and the keeper of your well-being. This is the time to focus on you, and every moment you invest in yourself creates ripples that shape a brighter, stronger future. 1. Chapter 2. Build resilience by embracing challenges and learning from setbacks. Resilience is the strength that allows you to face difficulties head-on and keep moving forward, no matter what life throws your way. It's not something you're simply born with. It's a skill you develop over time by learning to embrace challenges and turn setbacks into opportunities for growth. Building resilience transforms how you experience hardship. It shifts your perspective from one of helplessness to one of empowerment. The ability to bounce back from adversity shapes your character, fuels your determination, and ultimately leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment. The first step in cultivating resilience is to recognize that challenges are a natural and inevitable part of life. No matter how carefully you plan or how positive your outlook, difficulties will arise. Instead of avoiding or fearing them, the resilient mindset welcomes challenges as chances to test your strength and improve. This requires a shift in thinking. Rather than seeing problems as barriers, view them as lessons waiting to be learned. This change in attitude gives you a new lens through which to understand setbacks. Facing challenges openly means accepting that discomfort and struggle are part of the process. Growth rarely happens in comfort zones. Resilience is built through action taken despite fear, doubt, or uncertainty. When you choose to confront difficulties instead of running away, you create new neural pathways that strengthen your mental toughness. Every time you persevere, your brain records a success, reinforcing the belief that you can handle adversity. This makes future challenges easier to face. Learning from setbacks is equally important. Failure is not the opposite of success, but a vital part of it. Resilient people don't see failure as a verdict on their worth, but as valuable feedback. When things don't go as planned, take time to reflect on what happened without judgment. Ask yourself what you can learn and how you can adjust your approach moving forward. This habit transforms mistakes from sources of discouragement into stepping stones for improvement. Emotional regulation plays a significant role in resilience. Challenges often trigger strong feelings like frustration, anger, or sadness. The ability to acknowledge and manage these emotions prevents them from overwhelming you or leading to impulsive reactions. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindful observation, or pausing before responding can help you maintain calm and clarity in difficult moments. When you respond thoughtfully, rather than react automatically, you gain control over the situation. Building resilience also involves developing patience and persistence. Progress through adversity is rarely quick or linear. It requires steady effort over time and the willingness to keep going even when results are not immediately visible. This long-term view helps you avoid discouragement and fosters a mindset of continuous effort. Knowing that setbacks are temporary and part of a larger journey keeps your focus on the bigger picture. Another important factor is flexibility. Resilience does not mean rigidly sticking to one plan, but adapting as circumstances change. When obstacles arise, reassess your methods and be willing to try new strategies. This openness allows you to navigate uncertainty with confidence rather than resistance. Flexibility paired with determination creates a powerful combination for overcoming adversity. Support systems significantly enhance resilience. While building inner strength is crucial, having trusted people to turn to for encouragement, advice, or simply a listening ear makes challenges more manageable. Relationships provide emotional fuel and perspective when your energy wanes. Surround yourself with individuals who believe in you and encourage your growth. Knowing you are not alone bolsters your ability to endure tough times. Practical exercises can accelerate resilience development. Start by setting small challenges that stretch your comfort zone regularly. These could be physical activities, learning new skills, or facing fears. Each success builds confidence and resilience incrementally. Journaling your experiences with adversity and the lessons learned helps solidify growth and provides a reference for future challenges. Reviewing these entries reminds you of your capability and progress. Resilience also grows through embracing responsibility for your actions and outcomes. When setbacks occur, avoid blaming external factors or making excuses. Taking ownership empowers you to change your situation rather than feeling victimized. This proactive mindset fuels motivation and opens the door to creative problem solving. It shifts energy from complaining to acting. Self-compassion is essential throughout this process. Being resilient does not mean suppressing vulnerability or expecting perfection. It means accepting your humanity, including mistakes and weaknesses, while committing to improvement. Treat yourself kindly in times of struggle and recognize that resilience includes resting and recovering when needed. This balanced approach prevents burnout and sustains long-term growth. Physical well-being supports mental resilience. Stress and fatigue weaken your capacity to cope with challenges. Prioritize sleep, nutrition, and exercise as foundational elements of your strength. When your body is cared for, your mind becomes sharper and more adaptable. Simple habits like stretching, walking, or hydration can have a significant impact on your resilience. It is helpful to reframe setbacks as temporary and specific rather than permanent and pervasive. Instead of thinking, "I always fail," remind yourself that this is one experience and does not define you. This cognitive shift reduces feelings of helplessness and encourages problem solving. Breaking down challenges into smaller, manageable parts also makes them less overwhelming and easier to tackle one step at a time. Cultivating a sense of purpose supports resilience as well. When your efforts connect to meaningful goals or values, it becomes easier to endure hardships. Purpose provides a compass that guides your decisions and fuels your determination. Reflect on what truly matters to you, and let that drive your response to adversity. Developing resilience requires ongoing commitment. There is no finish line, only continuous growth. Each challenge faced and lesson learned adds to your reservoir of strength. Over time, you will notice increased confidence, greater emotional balance, and a more optimistic outlook. Life's difficulties lose their power to defeat you, and instead become opportunities for mastery. The essence of resilience is persistence in the face of difficulty, combined with the wisdom to learn and adapt. It is a daily practice of courage, patience, and humility. This practice transforms suffering into progress and uncertainty into opportunity. It allows you to live fully and with greater freedom, because you no longer fear the unknown or failure. You hold the key to your resilience by choosing to embrace challenges as growth rather than threats. This choice liberates you from the cycle of avoidance and anxiety. It empowers you to face life's realities with strength and grace. Each setback encountered becomes fuel for your personal evolution. Commit to seeing every challenge as a chance to become stronger. Meet setbacks with curiosity about what they reveal and how they can teach you. Use each obstacle as a reminder of your ability to endure and improve. Build daily habits that nurture your mental and emotional toughness. Seek support when needed, but never relinquish responsibility for your journey. By embracing challenges and learning from setbacks, you build resilience that carries you through all seasons of life. This resilience is a foundation for lasting success and well-being. It allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that no matter what happens, you have within you the strength to overcome. This is the true power of resilience, a power accessible to anyone willing to face hardship with courage and an open heart. Chapter 3. Cultivate self-awareness through honest reflection and mindful habits. Self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth and true transformation. It is the clear understanding of your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and motivations. Without this insight, it becomes difficult to make conscious choices that align with your values or lead to meaningful improvement. Cultivating self-awareness means committing to honest reflection and integrating mindful habits that bring your inner world into clearer focus. This clarity gives you control over your actions instead of being controlled by unconscious patterns or external influences. At its core, self-awareness begins with truthfulness toward yourself. It requires courage to look inward without judgment or denial. Honest reflection means acknowledging both your strengths and weaknesses, your successes and failures, your desires and fears. When you face yourself with openness, you dismantle the illusions that often cloud your judgment. This process might feel uncomfortable at first because it exposes parts of yourself that you may have avoided, yet it is precisely through this discomfort that growth occurs. The practice of reflection involves regularly setting aside time to pause and observe your mental and emotional state. This can be done through journaling, meditation, or quiet contemplation. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can reveal patterns and triggers you might not notice in the flow of daily life. It helps externalize your internal experience, making it easier to analyze and understand. Meditation encourages you to become an impartial witness to your mind, noticing thoughts without getting caught up in them. Both methods strengthen your ability to recognize what is happening inside you in real time. Mindful habits complement reflection by embedding awareness into your daily routine. These habits can include checking in with yourself several times a day to ask how you are feeling and why. It means paying attention to your bodily sensations, breath, and posture as signals of your emotional state. Mindfulness teaches you to fully experience the present moment rather than reacting automatically or getting lost in worries about the past or future. This grounded presence creates space to respond thoughtfully to challenges instead of reacting impulsively. Becoming self-aware also means understanding how your environment influences you. Notice the people you spend time with and the media you consume. Are these sources uplifting or draining? Do they encourage growth or foster negativity? Awareness includes recognizing external factors that affect your mindset and behavior. Once identified, you can make deliberate choices about who and what you allow into your life, shaping a healthier and more supportive environment. Another essential aspect is exploring your values and beliefs. These are the internal compass guiding your decisions and actions, yet many live unaware of what truly matters to them. Reflect on what principles you hold dear and how closely your current life aligns with them. Discrepancies between your values and actions often cause inner conflict and dissatisfaction. Clarifying your values strengthens self-awareness and motivates change to live more authentically. Self-awareness requires observing your habitual thought patterns. Are you prone to negative self-talk, catastrophizing, or rigid thinking? Recognizing these tendencies is the first step to shifting them. Challenge unhelpful beliefs by questioning their accuracy and considering alternative perspectives. Replacing limiting thoughts with constructive ones empowers you to act from a place of confidence rather than fear or doubt. An honest evaluation of your emotional responses helps in managing them effectively. Notice what triggers strong reactions and the stories you tell yourself in those moments. Often emotions are signals pointing to unmet needs or unresolved issues. Rather than suppressing or denying feelings, allow yourself to experience them fully and inquire into their origins. This practice deepens understanding and prevents unconscious emotional reactions from sabotaging your progress. Self-awareness also means recognizing your behavioral habits, both those that serve you well and those that hinder growth. Track daily routines and patterns to see where energy is spent. Are you engaging in activities that align with your goals and values? Are there habits that drain your focus or create distractions? Identifying these behaviors helps you make conscious adjustments to support your personal development. Building self-awareness is not a one-time event, but a continuous journey. It requires patience and persistence because the mind naturally resists change and prefers familiar routines. However, with consistent effort, self-awareness becomes more natural and integrated into your way of being. It shifts from a practice into a lived experience where you act with intention and clarity. One practical way to deepen self-awareness is through feedback from others. Honest input from trusted friends, mentors, or coaches can reveal blind spots and provide perspective you might miss on your own. While external feedback should be weighed carefully, it can be a valuable mirror reflecting parts of yourself that need attention or celebration. It is important to approach self-awareness without harsh self-criticism. The goal is to understand yourself better, not to judge or condemn. Cultivate a compassionate attitude that treats mistakes as learning opportunities and imperfections as part of being human. This kindness fosters a safe internal environment where growth can flourish. The benefits of developing self-awareness are profound. It leads to better decision-making because choices come from a clear understanding of what you want and who you are. It enhances emotional regulation by allowing you to recognize and manage your feelings effectively. Relationships improve because you become more attuned to your needs and those of others. Confidence grows as you become less reactive and more grounded in your true self. Self-awareness also builds resilience by helping you navigate adversity with greater wisdom. When you understand your inner workings, you can better prepare for challenges and respond with calm and clarity. It enables you to stay aligned with your purpose even in difficult times, providing a steady anchor amidst uncertainty. To start cultivating self-awareness immediately, dedicate a few minutes each day to quiet reflection. Ask yourself questions such as, what did I feel today and why? What thoughts dominated my mind? Did my actions align with my values? Where did I lose focus or react emotionally? Writing down these answers creates a habit of introspection that strengthens awareness over time. Incorporate simple mindfulness techniques like focusing on your breath or tuning into your senses during daily activities. This practice grounds you in the present and prevents the mind from wandering into judgment or distraction. When challenges arise, pause and observe your internal responses before acting. This space allows for conscious choice rather than habitual reaction. Over time, you will notice subtle shifts in your perception. Situations that once caused confusion or frustration will become clearer. Your emotional responses will soften and become easier to manage. You will find yourself acting with more intention and less impulsivity. This evolving self-awareness creates a foundation for all other areas of personal growth. Ultimately, cultivating self-awareness is about becoming the observer of your own life. It invites you to take full responsibility for your inner world and how it shapes your outer experience. This ownership is empowering because it means change starts from within. You are no longer a passive participant, but an active creator of your life story. The journey to self-awareness demands honesty, mindfulness, and patience. It asks you to show up daily with curiosity and kindness toward yourself. This commitment unlocks deeper wisdom, clearer direction, and lasting transformation. It sets the stage for living a life of integrity, purpose, and fulfillment. Through self-awareness, you become not just a better version of yourself, but your truest self. Chapter 4. Set clear goals and create actionable plans for progress. Setting clear goals and creating actionable plans are essential steps to turning your vision for life into reality. Without a defined destination and a practical roadmap, progress becomes haphazard and motivation falters. Clarity in what you want to achieve sharpens your focus and energy, guiding your daily choices. Meanwhile, actionable plans break down those goals into manageable steps that build momentum and prevent overwhelm. This process transforms abstract ambitions into concrete achievements by giving you structure and purpose. The first step toward effective goal setting is to be specific about what you want. Vague desires like, "I want to be successful" or "I want to be healthier" are difficult to measure and leave too much room for interpretation. Instead, define your goals with precision. Identify what success means to you personally and what a healthier lifestyle looks like in practical terms. Clear goals are tangible and measurable. For example, aiming to exercise 30 minutes 5 times a week or saving a certain amount of money within 6 months gives you concrete targets to strive for. This specificity provides clarity that fuels motivation and allows you to track your progress accurately. Once your goals are defined, it is vital to write them down. The act of writing shifts your intentions from abstract thoughts to a committed declaration. This simple habit has a powerful psychological effect. It signals to your mind that these goals matter and deserve your attention. Writing also helps organize your thoughts and brings your goals into sharper focus. Keep your written goals visible, whether in a journal, on a vision board, or a daily planner. Regularly reviewing them reinforces commitment and reminds you of the bigger picture when distractions arise. Next, break each goal into smaller, actionable steps. Large goals can feel daunting and paralyze action. When a goal is divided into bite-sized tasks, it becomes manageable and less intimidating. These steps should be clear and achievable within a short time frame. For example, if your goal is to write a book, your steps might include researching your topic, drafting an outline, writing a chapter a week, and editing. Each completed step builds momentum and confidence. This incremental progress keeps motivation alive and reduces the temptation to procrastinate. Planning your actions also requires setting deadlines. Deadlines create a sense of urgency that encourages consistent effort. Without time boundaries, tasks can stretch indefinitely and lead to unnecessary delays. Assign realistic but firm deadlines to each step in your plan. This helps you prioritize and allocate your time efficiently. Use calendars, reminders, or productivity apps to keep track of deadlines and maintain accountability. Having a timeline prevents drifting and keeps your efforts aligned with your goals. An effective plan is also adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and challenges will arise that require flexibility. Being rigid with your goals or timelines can cause frustration and loss of motivation. Instead, embrace a mindset that welcomes adjustments while maintaining your commitment to progress. If circumstances change, reevaluate and modify your plan accordingly. This flexibility keeps you moving forward despite obstacles, turning setbacks into learning experiences rather than reasons to quit. Visualizing your goals daily is a practice that strengthens commitment and focus. When you regularly imagine the outcome you desire, it reinforces your motivation and primes your mind to notice opportunities. Visualization creates a mental rehearsal that prepares you emotionally and mentally for success. This habit also helps maintain clarity on why your goals matter and what achieving them will feel like. Engage all your senses during visualization to make the experience vivid and compelling. Tracking your progress is a critical habit that fuels persistence. Keep a record of completed tasks, milestones reached, and lessons learned along the way. Seeing tangible evidence of progress builds confidence and satisfaction, reducing the likelihood of discouragement. It also allows you to celebrate small wins that accumulate into big achievements. Reflecting on progress helps identify what strategies work and where improvements are needed. This insight enables continuous refinement of your plans for greater effectiveness. Accountability strengthens your commitment to goals. Sharing your intentions with someone you trust, like a friend, mentor or coach, creates external motivation to follow through. When others are aware of your goals, you are more likely to maintain discipline and resist distractions. Accountability partners can offer support, encouragement, and honest feedback, helping you stay on track and overcome obstacles. Choose someone who believes in your potential and will hold you to your promises with kindness and respect. Avoid setting goals based solely on external expectations or societal pressure. Goals rooted in others' opinions often lack personal meaning and fail to inspire sustained effort. Instead, focus on what genuinely matters to you and aligns with your core values. Personal relevance provides the emotional fuel necessary to persevere through challenges and setbacks. When goals reflect your authentic desires, the journey becomes fulfilling and purposeful beyond just the outcome. Beware of the trap of perfectionism when planning. Waiting for the perfect moment, perfect plan, or perfect conditions leads to stagnation. Accept that your plan may not be flawless and that progress involves trial and error. Taking imperfect action is more valuable than waiting indefinitely. Learn to view mistakes as valuable feedback that guides adjustments and growth. This mindset fosters resilience and keeps you moving forward despite uncertainty. Focus on building habits that support your goals. Small, consistent actions repeated daily form the backbone of lasting change. Identify behaviors that align with your objectives and integrate them into your routine. Whether it is waking up early to work on a project or dedicating time each day to learning, these habits create steady forward movement. Track habit formation and reinforce success with positive rewards to sustain motivation. Incorporate reflection into your planning process. Regularly review your goals, progress, and feelings about the journey. This practice deepens self-awareness and helps you stay aligned with your purpose. Use reflection to celebrate successes, identify obstacles, and reorient your focus when needed. Reflection keeps your approach dynamic and responsive, preventing stagnation or burnout. When faced with overwhelming goals, remind yourself why they matter. Connect with the deeper purpose behind your objectives. Purpose provides clarity and resilience, especially when motivation wanes. Return to this core why often to rekindle passion and commitment. A strong purpose grounds your efforts and transforms challenges into meaningful tests of character. Avoid multitasking on unrelated goals simultaneously. Spreading energy across too many objectives dilutes focus and reduces effectiveness. Prioritize a few key goals at a time to maximize impact. Concentrated effort allows for deeper progress and greater satisfaction. Once a goal is achieved or on steady track, shift attention to the next priority. Celebrate progress regularly. Recognize milestones reached and growth achieved along the way. Celebration honors your efforts and reinforces positive behavior. It cultivates a sense of accomplishment that motivates continued commitment. Make celebration personal and meaningful to enhance its impact. Remember that goal setting and planning are ongoing processes. Life evolves and your priorities may shift. Continuously revisit and revise your goals to stay relevant and inspiring. This flexibility ensures that your plans reflect your current values and circumstances. Embrace this evolution as part of your growth, rather than a failure or distraction. The power of setting clear goals and making actionable plans lies in turning dreams into reality. By defining specific targets, breaking them into manageable steps, setting deadlines, tracking progress, and remaining flexible, you create a roadmap for success. This approach transforms abstract aspirations into daily habits and choices that move you forward consistently. It empowers you to live intentionally, build momentum, and realize your potential. Commitment to this practice strengthens discipline, sharpens focus, and cultivates resilience, ultimately leading to a life of purpose, fulfillment, and achievement. Chapter 5. Develop discipline by establishing consistent routines and habits. Discipline is the foundation on which all lasting success is built. It is not merely about willpower, but about creating systems that guide your actions even when motivation wanes. Developing discipline through consistent routines and habits turns intention into reality by automating positive behaviors. When your days follow a reliable structure, your energy is preserved, distractions are minimized, and progress happens naturally. Discipline becomes less about forcing yourself and more about designing your environment and habits to support your goals. Establishing consistent routines starts with understanding the power of repetition. Habits form when actions are repeated regularly, eventually becoming automatic responses. This automaticity frees mental energy, allowing you to focus on higher priorities rather than daily decisions. Start by identifying the key areas of your life where consistent effort produces the greatest benefit, whether it's health, productivity, learning, or relationships. Concentrate on routines that directly support these priorities and integrate them into your daily schedule. Begin with small, manageable actions to build momentum. Attempting drastic changes often leads to burnout or failure. Instead, introduce one new habit or routine at a time. This approach respects the limits of your willpower and allows your brain to adapt gradually. For example, if improving fitness is a goal, start with just 5 minutes of stretching or walking daily before progressing to longer sessions. The success in maintaining these small routines fuels confidence and readiness for more challenging habits. Consistency is the true measure of discipline. Missing a single day doesn't define your progress, but falling into irregular patterns weakens your momentum. Build routines around fixed times or triggers to strengthen adherence. Anchoring habits to specific moments, like brushing your teeth or having morning coffee, creates natural reminders that reduce reliance on memory or motivation. This structure ensures habits become seamless parts of your day, rather than additional burdens. Design your environment to support your desired routines. External cues influence behavior more than many realize. Arrange your physical space to make positive choices easy and negative ones inconvenient. For instance, if your goal is to read more, keep books visible and accessible rather than hidden away. If you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with nutritious foods and remove tempting junk. Thoughtful adjustments eliminate friction and make discipline a natural outcome of your surroundings. Tracking your routines helps maintain accountability and reinforces commitment. Record each day you complete your habit or routine, creating a visual representation of your progress. This practice harnesses the psychological power of streaks and milestones, motivating you to keep going to avoid breaking your pattern. Reflect periodically on your tracking to celebrate consistency and identify areas where you can improve. Awareness of your patterns is essential for sustained discipline. Recognize that discipline doesn't mean perfection, but persistence. Setbacks are inevitable, yet how you respond defines your trajectory. When routines are disrupted, avoid harsh self-judgment or giving up entirely. Instead, return to your routine as soon as possible, reaffirming your commitment. This mindset builds resilience and reinforces the understanding that discipline is a lifelong practice rather than a fixed state. Compassion toward yourself sustains effort over time. Incorporate flexibility within your routines to prevent rigidity from stifling progress. Life's demands fluctuate, and overly strict schedules can lead to frustration. Allow room for adjustments without abandoning your habits entirely. For example, if you miss your usual workout time, plan an alternative later in the day, or perform a shorter session. Flexibility ensures routines remain a source of strength rather than stress, accommodating real-world challenges while preserving momentum. Use rituals to transition smoothly into routines. Rituals prepare your mind and body for focused action by signaling the start of a productive period. These can be simple actions such as making a cup of tea before reading or taking deep breaths before beginning work. Rituals enhance discipline by creating consistency, not only in behavior, but also in mindset. They help cultivate a sense of purpose and readiness that fuels sustained effort. Align your routines with your natural energy cycles for maximum effectiveness. Pay attention to when you feel most alert and motivated during the day. Schedule demanding tasks or habits requiring discipline during these peak periods to leverage your natural rhythms. This alignment reduces resistance and increases efficiency. For less demanding habits, choose times when energy dips to maintain consistency without unnecessary strain. Surround yourself with people who model discipline and encourage your growth. Social influences strongly affect your ability to maintain routines. Engaging with others who prioritize consistency inspires accountability and provides practical support. Seek communities or relationships that share your values and encourage your habits. Positive social reinforcement enhances motivation and creates an environment conducive to disciplined living. Celebrate progress and consistency rather than just outcomes. Recognizing the effort you put into maintaining routines cultivates positive reinforcement and encourages persistence. Reward yourself with meaningful acknowledgements that honor your commitment, such as a moment of rest or a small treat. This practice builds a positive emotional connection with discipline, making it more appealing and sustainable. Commit to lifelong learning about yourself and your habits. Self-discipline is not a fixed trait, but a skill that improves with awareness and practice. Regularly assess which routines serve you well and which need adjustment. Experiment with new habits and methods to discover what best fits your unique temperament and lifestyle. This iterative approach transforms discipline from a burdensome task into an evolving process of growth. Remember that discipline extends beyond individual routines. It influences how you manage distractions, respond to challenges, and make decisions aligned with your long-term goals. Building consistent habits fosters a mindset of intentionality that permeates all areas of life. As discipline strengthens, it becomes easier to resist temptations and maintain focus on what truly matters. The process of establishing routines is itself an act of self-respect. By dedicating time and effort to your habits, you affirm your worth and capability. This commitment nurtures confidence and a sense of control over your life. Discipline empowers you to shape your days deliberately, rather than being driven by impulses or external circumstances. To maintain discipline, clarity of purpose is essential. Know why each routine matters and how it contributes to your vision. This connection fuels motivation and prioritizes your efforts amid competing demands. When your routines are grounded in meaningful goals, discipline becomes a natural expression of your values rather than a chore. In summary, developing discipline through consistent routines and habits transforms your daily life and unlocks your potential. It requires patience, planning, and self-compassion to build momentum gradually. By creating systems that automate positive behaviors, designing supportive environments, tracking progress, and remaining flexible, you strengthen your ability to act with intention. Discipline is not about harsh control, but about cultivating freedom through structured choices. With steady commitment, your routines become the foundation of a purposeful and fulfilling life. Chapter 6. Strengthen your mindset by replacing doubt with empowering beliefs. Strengthening your mindset starts with recognizing the power your beliefs have over your actions and outcomes. Doubt acts like a shadow that dims your ability to see possibilities clearly. It breeds hesitation, fear, and a constant inner conflict that drains your energy and halts progress. The key to moving forward lies in replacing those doubts with empowering beliefs that fuel confidence, resilience, and purposeful action. Beliefs are the lens through which you interpret every experience. When your beliefs are limiting, they act as barriers rather than bridges. They convince you that you are not capable, that success is beyond reach, or that failure defines you. These ideas become self-fulfilling prophecies because your mind looks for evidence to support them. To break free, it is essential to challenge these thoughts intentionally and introduce new supportive beliefs grounded in reality and optimism. Begin by becoming aware of the specific doubts that hold you back. Pay attention to the inner voice that questions your worth, skills, or decisions. Instead of ignoring or suppressing these thoughts, face them honestly. Write them down if it helps, so you can clearly see the patterns. Awareness is the first step to transformation because you cannot change what you do not recognize. When doubts surface, examine their origin. Are they based on past experiences, external criticism, or unfounded fears? Once identified, question the validity of those doubts rigorously. Ask yourself whether the doubt is based on facts or assumptions. Often doubts are exaggerations or misinterpretations of reality. Challenge them with evidence that contradicts these negative beliefs. Recall moments when you succeeded despite uncertainty, overcame obstacles, or learned from mistakes. Building this evidence bank reinforces that doubt is often misleading and that you possess untapped strength. Next, deliberately craft empowering beliefs to replace doubts. These are statements grounded in truth and positivity that reinforce your ability to grow and succeed. For example, shift "I'm not good enough" to "I am capable of learning and improving." Transform "I will fail" into "every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger." Empowering beliefs should be clear, positive, and present tense to influence your mindset effectively. Writing these affirmations and repeating them daily helps rewire your brain over time. Consistency is vital when replacing doubt with empowering beliefs. Your mind is conditioned by years of thinking a certain way, so change takes persistent effort. Incorporate daily practices such as positive self-talk, visualization of success, and mindfulness to observe and redirect negative thoughts. Surround yourself with reminders of your strengths, including supportive quotes, achievements, or encouragement from trusted people. This environment supports belief change and diminishes doubt's influence. Avoid comparing yourself to others, as this often fuels doubt. Everyone's journey is unique with different challenges and timelines. Measuring yourself against someone else's progress undermines your confidence and obscures your path. Focus instead on your growth and the progress you make each day. Celebrate small wins and acknowledge the resilience it takes to keep moving forward. This self-focus builds a stronger foundation of belief rooted in your reality. Practice resilience in thought as you face inevitable setbacks. Doubt often intensifies when things don't go as planned. When this happens, remind yourself that mistakes and failures are not reflections of your worth but necessary steps in learning. Cultivate a mindset that views obstacles as feedback rather than roadblocks. This perspective turns challenges into powerful teachers that refine your skills and character, reducing the power of doubt to discourage you. Strengthening your mindset also requires managing your environment and influences. Limit exposure to negative media, toxic relationships, and discouraging voices that reinforce doubt. Seek out individuals who believe in growth, encourage your efforts, and inspire you to be better. Positive social support is crucial for sustaining empowering beliefs and creating a feedback loop of confidence and action. Engage in reflective practices to monitor your mental progress. Journaling your thoughts and feelings helps you track when doubt appears and how you respond. Reflect on the times you succeeded in overcoming uncertainty and what strategies worked best. This awareness allows you to fine-tune your approach and reinforces the habit of replacing doubt with strength. Over time, this reflection becomes a source of motivation and evidence of your evolving mindset. Expand your mindset by embracing curiosity instead of judgment. Doubt often comes from fear of the unknown or perceived incompetence. By adopting a curious approach, you replace fear with a desire to understand and learn. Ask questions like, "What can I learn from this situation?" or "How can I improve?" Curiosity opens doors to possibilities and diminishes the paralyzing effect of doubt. It creates a mental environment that welcomes growth rather than fearing failure. Focus on your internal dialogue during moments of uncertainty. The way you talk to yourself shapes your emotional state and decisions. Speak to yourself as you would to a close friend, with kindness, encouragement, and honesty. When negative thoughts arise, gently steer them toward constructive perspectives. This practice of compassionate self-talk strengthens your belief system and builds emotional resilience. Commitment to change your mindset is an act of courage and self-respect. It requires daily dedication and patience. There will be moments when doubt tries to reclaim its place, but persistence breaks its hold. Each time you choose empowering beliefs over doubt, you strengthen your mental muscles. This cumulative effect transforms how you view yourself and your ability to navigate life's challenges. Replace doubt with empowering beliefs to create a mindset anchored in possibility and strength. This transformation is not instantaneous, but grows with consistent effort and intention. Empowering beliefs fuel your motivation, guide your decisions, and sustain your perseverance. They allow you to approach challenges with confidence and view setbacks as temporary and surmountable. Ultimately, this shift liberates you from self-imposed limits and opens the path to a fuller, more empowered life. Chapter 7. Practice gratitude and positivity to improve emotional well-being. Practicing gratitude and positivity is one of the most effective ways to nurture emotional well-being and create a foundation for lasting happiness. These two forces work hand in hand to shift your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in your life. Gratitude opens the door to recognizing the good around you, even in the smallest details, while positivity fuels the energy needed to face challenges with hope and resilience. Together, they create an inner environment that supports mental strength, peace, and a deeper connection to life's meaning. To cultivate gratitude, begin by intentionally noticing the things that often go overlooked. It could be the warmth of sunlight on your skin, a kind word from a stranger, or simply the breath that keeps you alive. These moments, when fully acknowledged, serve as reminders of life's gifts. By focusing on them daily, gratitude becomes a natural part of your thinking rather than a forced effort. This practice requires no special tools or settings, only a willingness to pay attention. One of the simplest and most powerful methods to anchor gratitude in your daily life is keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you appreciate, no matter how ordinary they may seem. The act of writing makes your gratitude tangible and hard to ignore. Over time, this builds a mental habit of searching for positive experiences and recognizing the richness already present. This shifts your mindset away from scarcity and dissatisfaction. Positivity is not about ignoring difficulties or pretending that everything is perfect. Instead, it is a conscious decision to focus on possibilities and solutions rather than problems. When faced with setbacks, positive thinking encourages you to look for lessons and growth opportunities instead of dwelling on failure. This mental flexibility reduces emotional turmoil and increases your ability to bounce back from adversity. To foster positivity, practice reframing negative thoughts. When a troubling thought arises, challenge it by asking whether it is the whole truth or just a partial perspective. Replace self-defeating ideas with hopeful alternatives. For example, change "I can't handle this" to "I will find a way to manage this." This subtle shift takes effort, but gradually rewires the brain to default to optimism. Over time, positivity becomes a powerful filter through which you interpret experiences. Combining gratitude with positivity strengthens their impact. When you appreciate what is good and maintain a hopeful outlook, you create a positive emotional cycle. Positive emotions broaden your thinking and increase creativity, making it easier to solve problems and handle stress. This cycle also improves relationships because your positive energy attracts others and fosters deeper connections. Incorporating simple daily rituals can embed these practices into your routine. Start your morning by listing what you are grateful for and set a positive intention for the day. Before sleep, reflect on moments that brought you joy or learning. Use reminders such as sticky notes, phone alarms, or calming breath exercises to stay connected to gratitude and positivity throughout your day. These small actions accumulate into a significant emotional shift. When challenges arise, gratitude can act as an anchor that prevents despair. Rather than being overwhelmed by difficulty, gratitude allows you to recognize resources, strengths, or support systems available. This perspective encourages proactive responses instead of resignation. Positivity then fuels the energy and confidence needed to take action and maintain momentum. Avoid the trap of toxic positivity, which dismisses genuine emotions and creates pressure to feel happy all the time. Healthy positivity acknowledges pain and frustration, but chooses not to be defined by them. It embraces emotional honesty while consciously deciding to focus on growth and hope. This balance is essential for authentic well-being and resilience. Expressing gratitude to others also enriches emotional health. Taking time to acknowledge kindness, support, or impact builds stronger relationships and fosters mutual respect. Simple acts like saying thank you, writing a note, or offering genuine compliments can deepen connections and create a supportive community around you. This external expression of gratitude reinforces your internal mindset and spreads positivity outward. Mindfulness enhances the practice of gratitude and positivity by grounding you in the present moment. Often, emotional distress comes from dwelling on past regrets or future worries. Mindful awareness brings attention back to now, where gratitude naturally arises as you notice life unfolding. Through meditation or mindful breathing, you develop the ability to observe thoughts without judgment and choose responses that align with positivity and gratitude. Gratitude and positivity also improve physical health by reducing stress and boosting the immune system. Research shows that positive emotions lower cortisol levels and promote heart health. This connection between mind and body highlights how emotional well-being supports overall wellness. Prioritizing these practices creates a foundation for long-term vitality and energy. Building resilience is easier when your emotional state is grounded in gratitude and positivity. Resilience requires mental flexibility and optimism, both strengthened by these habits. When you believe in the good within yourself and your circumstances, setbacks feel temporary and manageable. This mindset allows you to persevere and adapt rather than become discouraged. Creating an environment that supports gratitude and positivity helps sustain these practices. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Engage with media and activities that encourage hopeful thinking. Limit exposure to negativity and cynicism that drain energy and reinforce doubt. The company you keep influences your emotional habits profoundly. Over time, consistent practice of gratitude and positivity leads to a deeper sense of contentment. You begin to notice not only the absence of problems but also the presence of meaningful experiences. Life feels richer and more purposeful. This state is not dependent on external circumstances but arises from within, anchored in your daily choices. In moments of doubt or stress, return to the basics of gratitude and positivity. Recall what you have accomplished, the support around you, and your capacity to face difficulties. This reminder grounds you in strength and shifts perspective from fear to faith. These simple mental adjustments create profound emotional shifts. Gratitude and positivity are lifelong companions on the journey of personal growth. They require ongoing attention and commitment. The benefits compound as they become woven into your character. This emotional foundation supports every other aspect of self-improvement and success. Ultimately, practicing gratitude and positivity transforms your experience of life. It turns routine moments into sources of joy and challenges into catalysts for growth. This shift deepens your connection to yourself and the world around you. By choosing gratitude and positivity each day, you claim ownership of your emotional well-being and open the door to lasting happiness. Chapter 8. Invest time in skills that enhance your personal and professional life. Investing time in developing skills that enrich both personal and professional aspects of life is one of the most deliberate and impactful choices a person can make. Skill building is not just about acquiring knowledge, it is about creating capacity, widening opportunities, and shaping a future where challenges become manageable and success achievable. The commitment to learning and growing sets a foundation for confidence, independence, and meaningful contribution. When skills grow, so does the ability to navigate life's complexities with clarity and strength. To begin this journey, it's essential to recognize that skill development is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. It requires consistent attention and effort, grounded in the understanding that improvement, no matter how small, compounds over time. Many hesitate because progress often appears slow, but the truth is that daily incremental growth builds solid expertise. It is better to take steady, deliberate steps forward than to expect sudden leaps. This mindset fosters patience and persistence, qualities that enhance the learning experience. Choosing which skills to develop demands thoughtful reflection. The most valuable skills are those that align with your goals and values, as well as the realities of your environment. This means considering what skills will bring the greatest return in personal fulfillment and professional advancement. Whether it is mastering communication, honing leadership, learning a new technology, or developing emotional intelligence, each skill chosen should have a clear purpose tied to your broader vision. Time investment can seem daunting, especially when life feels full of responsibilities and distractions, yet it's a matter of prioritizing and creating space. Even brief focus sessions daily add up. Scheduling time for skill building as if it were a critical appointment demonstrates commitment. This disciplined approach guards against procrastination and keeps growth intentional. Additionally, breaking skills into manageable chunks prevents overwhelm and makes learning more approachable. Skill acquisition benefits greatly from deliberate practice. This involves more than passive reading or watching videos. It means actively engaging with the material and applying it in real situations. Practice strengthens neural pathways, turning new knowledge into natural ability. For example, if improving public speaking is the goal, speaking regularly in front of others, receiving feedback and adjusting accordingly is essential. Without action, skills remain theoretical and rarely translate into tangible improvement. Feedback plays a crucial role in this process. Seeking input from mentors, peers, or through self-assessment helps identify areas of strength and those needing refinement. Honest reflection on performance and results sharpens focus and guides the next steps. Embracing constructive criticism rather than avoiding it cultivates humility and resilience. This openness accelerates progress and prevents stagnation. Technology offers unprecedented access to learning resources that can be tailored to individual needs and schedules. Online courses, podcasts, webinars, and interactive platforms enable skill development without geographic or time constraints. Leveraging these tools smartly expands possibilities and makes learning more flexible. The key is to select high-quality content that challenges and stretches your abilities instead of merely confirming what you already know. Balancing personal and professional skill growth is important. While career skills can improve income and job satisfaction, personal skills like emotional regulation, time management, and conflict resolution impact all areas of life. These soft skills often determine the quality of relationships, stress management, and overall well-being. Investing in them creates a synergy that enhances both work performance and personal happiness. Setting clear milestones and tracking progress makes the investment in skill development more rewarding. Knowing exactly what you want to achieve and measuring incremental gains keeps motivation alive. Celebrating small victories encourages continued effort. Visualizing the benefits gained from improved skills reinforces commitment and provides a sense of direction. It is vital to approach skill building with a growth mindset, the belief that abilities can be developed through effort and learning. This attitude transforms setbacks into opportunities for deeper understanding rather than signs of failure. A growth mindset nurtures curiosity and reduces fear of making mistakes, both of which are essential for continuous improvement. Viewing challenges as part of the learning process empowers you to persist. Integrating new skills into daily life solidifies them. Practicing problem-solving techniques at work, using effective communication at home, or managing emotions consciously in social settings ensures skills become part of your natural behavior. The goal is not to compartmentalize learning, but to make it seamless and authentic. This integration transforms skill building from a task into a lifestyle. Collaboration enhances skill development. Engaging with others who share similar goals or expertise creates a supportive environment. Group learning, discussions, and shared projects provide diverse perspectives and motivate sustained effort. Accountability partners or learning communities help maintain focus and push beyond comfort zones. This social dimension enriches the experience and accelerates growth. Resisting complacency is crucial once a skill level is attained. Continuous learning prevents stagnation and keeps the mind sharp. Even experts seek new knowledge and adapt to changing circumstances. Staying curious and open to new challenges fuels long-term success and personal satisfaction. This commitment to lifelong learning distinguishes those who thrive from those who merely survive. Skill investment also builds confidence. As competence grows, self-doubt diminishes, and the courage to take on new opportunities increases. This ripple effect impacts every aspect of life, from career advancement to deeper personal relationships. Confidence rooted in real ability creates stability and self-assurance, essential qualities in a world of uncertainty. It's important to recognize that not all skill development requires formal education. Life experiences, volunteer work, hobbies, and everyday problem-solving provide rich learning opportunities. Observing others, experimenting with different approaches, and reflecting on outcomes foster growth organically. Valuing these diverse sources of learning expands your definition of skill building beyond traditional boundaries. Ultimately, the decision to invest time in skill enhancement is a commitment to yourself and your future. It is an act of respect for your potential and a refusal to settle for less than what you are capable of achieving. The journey may be challenging, but every step taken is a step toward greater freedom, fulfillment, and impact. Each skill learned becomes a tool that shapes your destiny. When skills grow, limitations shrink, opportunities multiply, challenges become invitations rather than obstacles. This transformation occurs not by chance but by deliberate, persistent effort. The investment in skills pays dividends in resilience, adaptability, and influence. It shapes not only what you do but who you become. In this way, developing skills is a profound form of self-mastery. It is a pathway to living intentionally rather than reacting passively to circumstances. By choosing to grow continually, you cultivate a life of purpose, competence, and satisfaction. This choice empowers you to meet each day ready, capable, and confident. Taking the first step toward investing time in your skills is simple yet powerful. Identify one area for improvement, allocate a small block of time, and commit to action. This initial move breaks inertia and builds momentum. As progress unfolds, enthusiasm will grow, propelling further growth. This cycle of action and reward becomes the engine of transformation. The essence of this practice lies in the understanding that you hold the key to your development. External factors may influence conditions, but the decision to grow remains yours. Harnessing this power shapes not only your skills, but your entire life experience. Investing time in skill enhancement is a declaration that your potential matters, and you intend to realize it fully. Embrace this commitment with patience, discipline, and an open heart. The rewards are not always immediate, but they are lasting. Each skill you cultivate enriches your capabilities and expands your horizons. The journey itself teaches resilience, humility, and wisdom. This ongoing process becomes a defining feature of a meaningful and successful life. By dedicating yourself to developing skills that serve both your personal and professional world, you build a foundation that supports everything you value. This foundation withstands change, fuels growth, and inspires action. It is the bedrock on which you construct a life that aligns with your highest aspirations. With every moment spent learning, practicing, and improving, you strengthen the connection to your true potential. This connection becomes a source of motivation and fulfillment. The investment in your skills is, in truth, an investment in the best version of yourself. Chapter 9. Foster meaningful relationships that support your growth and happiness. The relationships we cultivate play a profound role in shaping who we are and how we experience life. Meaningful connections are more than just companionship. They are the foundation for growth, emotional nourishment, and lasting happiness. Building and nurturing these relationships requires intention, openness, and a willingness to engage deeply with others. When we surround ourselves with people who support our journey, the quality of our lives transforms in powerful ways. One of the first steps to fostering meaningful relationships is to recognize the kind of connections that truly matter. These are bonds grounded in mutual respect, trust, and authenticity. Such relationships encourage us to be our best selves, offering encouragement and constructive feedback when needed. They provide safe spaces where vulnerability is met with understanding rather than judgment. This depth of connection allows for genuine growth to take root. Meaningful relationships do not happen by accident. They are cultivated through consistent effort and genuine care. Taking the time to listen actively and attentively communicates that you value the other person's thoughts and feelings. Being present during conversations strengthens trust and builds emotional intimacy. Simple acts like remembering details, asking thoughtful questions, and showing empathy demonstrate that the relationship is a priority. Openness to giving and receiving support is essential in relationships that foster growth. It is natural to want to help others, but equally important to allow oneself to receive assistance. This reciprocity creates balance and deepens connections. When both parties feel supported and valued, the relationship becomes a source of strength during challenges. This dynamic encourages resilience and shared progress. Boundaries are vital for maintaining healthy relationships. Defining what is acceptable and what is not protects emotional well-being and preserves respect. Clear boundaries prevent resentment and misunderstanding, allowing interactions to remain positive and constructive. Knowing when to say no or step back from certain relationships is an act of self-care, enabling energy to be invested in connections that truly nurture growth. Surrounding yourself with individuals who inspire and motivate is a strategic choice. Positive influences challenge you to expand your perspective, try new things, and pursue your goals with confidence. They celebrate your successes without envy and encourage you through setbacks with kindness. This kind of encouragement fosters an environment where self-improvement feels natural and supported. Authenticity forms the cornerstone of meaningful relationships. When you bring your true self to interactions without masks or pretenses, it invites others to do the same. This honesty creates deeper understanding and reduces the strain that comes from hiding parts of who you are. Over time, authenticity builds a foundation of trust that makes relationships resilient to misunderstandings and conflicts. Investing time in relationships means prioritizing quality over quantity. Having a few close, dependable connections is more valuable than a wide network of superficial acquaintances. Deep connections provide a sense of belonging and emotional safety, which are critical for well-being. These relationships offer a refuge during difficult times and amplify joy during celebrations. Conflict is inevitable, even in the closest relationships, but handling disagreements with respect and openness can strengthen bonds rather than weaken them. Approaching conflicts with the intent to understand rather than to win transforms difficult moments into opportunities for growth. Listening carefully, expressing feelings calmly, and seeking compromise build mutual respect and deepen connection. Acknowledging others' kindness, efforts, and presence creates positive reinforcement that encourages continued support. Simple expressions of thanks remind both parties that their bond is valued. Gratitude also shifts focus from what is lacking to what is abundant, nurturing a positive emotional climate. Shared experiences enrich relationships by creating memories and deepening connection. Engaging in activities together, whether hobbies, volunteering, or learning, builds common ground and strengthens emotional ties. These shared moments become anchors that remind both parties of their bond and contribute to ongoing mutual enjoyment. Vulnerability is often the gateway to meaningful connection. When you share your fears, hopes, and struggles, it invites empathy and support. Vulnerability requires courage, but it also breaks down walls that isolate us. It signals trust and openness, which in turn encourages others to share more fully. This emotional exchange is vital for relationships that truly support growth. It is important to recognize and release relationships that no longer serve your well-being or growth. Toxic connections drain energy, undermine confidence, and create unnecessary stress. Letting go of these ties, while difficult, creates space for healthier relationships to flourish. Prioritizing your emotional health means choosing connections that uplift and inspire rather than diminish. Listening to your intuition about the quality of relationships can guide decisions about where to invest your energy. If a relationship consistently leaves you feeling depleted or anxious, it may be time to reevaluate its place in your life. Conversely, relationships that energize, encourage, and accept you as you are should be nurtured and cherished. Communication is the lifeblood of meaningful relationships. Expressing your needs, desires, and boundaries clearly helps avoid misunderstandings. Equally, being open to hearing others' perspectives fosters mutual respect. Healthy communication requires patience and practice, but the rewards are relationships that grow stronger with time. Supporting others' growth is as important as seeking support for yourself. Encouraging loved ones to pursue their goals and dreams strengthens the bond between you. Celebrating their achievements and offering a listening ear during challenges creates a reciprocal dynamic that benefits all involved. Being an active participant in others' journeys enriches your own experience. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, is foundational in fostering relationships that support happiness. When you empathize, you validate others' experiences and create emotional safety. This connection promotes openness and deepens trust. Developing empathy involves active listening and a willingness to see the world from different perspectives. Being reliable and consistent builds trust over time. When others know they can count on you, the relationship gains stability. Keeping promises, being punctual, and following through on commitments demonstrate respect and care. Reliability creates a sense of security that allows vulnerability and deeper connection to grow. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in maintaining healthy relationships. Holding on to grudges breeds resentment and creates emotional distance. Choosing to forgive frees both parties and opens the door for renewed trust. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing harmful behavior, but rather releasing the burden of anger and choosing peace. Balancing independence with connection strengthens relationships. Maintaining your individuality and interests while engaging deeply with others creates healthy dynamics. This balance prevents codependency and fosters mutual respect. Both partners in a relationship benefit when each feels free to grow personally and together. Meaningful relationships contribute significantly to happiness by providing companionship, emotional support, and a sense of belonging. These connections enrich life's journey and provide comfort during hardships. The shared laughter, understanding, and kindness experienced in these bonds enhance daily life and provide a buffer against stress. In the end, fostering meaningful relationships is an investment in your well-being and fulfillment. The effort to build, maintain, and deepen these connections creates a network of support that sustains you through life's ups and downs. Such relationships remind us that we are not alone, and that growth and happiness are shared experiences. By consciously choosing to nurture relationships that align with your values and aspirations, you create an environment where both you and those you care about can thrive. This circle of support becomes a powerful force for positive change, personal development, and lasting joy. The quality of your relationships shapes the quality of your life. Choosing to invest time, energy, and heart into meaningful connections is one of the most rewarding decisions you can make. These relationships become the anchors that hold you steady, the wings that lift you higher, and the mirror that reflects your best self. In this way, fostering meaningful relationships becomes a cornerstone of a life lived with intention, joy, and deep connection. It transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary and turns life's journey into a shared adventure filled with growth, love, and happiness. Chapter 10. Take deliberate steps each day to become your best self. Every day presents a new opportunity to shape the person you are becoming. The journey toward your best self is not defined by grand gestures alone, but by consistent, purposeful actions taken deliberately. Each step, no matter how small, accumulates over time and carves a path toward growth and fulfillment. To move forward meaningfully, it's essential to engage with intention and embrace the power of daily choice. Starting with clarity is crucial. Knowing who you want to become requires reflection on your values, aspirations, and the legacy you wish to leave behind. This self-awareness helps you identify habits and attitudes that support your growth, as well as those that hold you back. Without this sense of direction, efforts may become scattered and progress elusive. Intentionality acts as the compass guiding every decision. Routine plays an instrumental role in turning intention into reality. Creating a structure around your day provides stability and momentum. By dedicating specific time to activities aligned with your goals, you transform aspirations into habits. Whether it's committing to physical exercise, reading, or practicing a skill, these consistent efforts build a foundation for lasting improvement. Routines also reduce the drain of decision fatigue by making positive behaviors automatic. Deliberate steps demand focus. The distractions of modern life can easily pull attention away from what truly matters. Cultivating mindfulness, being fully present in each moment, enhances your ability to concentrate on chosen tasks and engage deeply. When you approach daily activities with awareness, even mundane tasks become opportunities for growth and learning. This presence nurtures a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Progress often requires stepping outside your comfort zone. Growth rarely occurs within familiar boundaries. Facing challenges deliberately expands your capabilities and builds resilience. Each time you confront fear, uncertainty, or difficulty, you develop strength and confidence. These experiences accumulate, transforming hesitation into courage and self-doubt into empowerment. Reflection is a vital companion to action. Taking time to review your day, evaluate choices, and acknowledge achievements allows for continual refinement. Honest assessment uncovers patterns that support or hinder progress. This awareness enables course correction and reinforces commitment. Reflection deepens understanding of yourself and your journey, turning experience into wisdom. Surrounding yourself with positive influences enhances your ability to become your best self. Relationships that encourage growth, provide constructive feedback, and inspire motivation create an environment conducive to success. Engaging with people who share your values and ambitions fuels your determination. Their support acts as a catalyst, reminding you of your potential when challenges arise. Patience is indispensable in this process. Transformation unfolds gradually, often imperceptibly day by day. Impatience can lead to frustration or giving up prematurely. Recognizing that meaningful change requires time cultivates endurance. Celebrating small victories along the way maintains motivation and reinforces the belief that progress is happening, even if the end goal feels distant. Self-compassion is another essential element. The path to becoming your best self is not linear. Mistakes, setbacks, and occasional lapses are part of growth. Treating yourself with kindness during these moments preserves momentum and prevents discouragement. Instead of harsh judgment, approach failures as learning opportunities and reminders of your humanity. This nurturing attitude fosters resilience and sustained effort. Setting specific measurable goals sharpens focus and provides benchmarks for achievement. Abstract desires like improve health or be more confident become actionable when broken down into concrete steps. Clear goals direct attention and energy, making progress tangible. They also help prioritize activities and allocate resources wisely, ensuring your efforts align with your highest priorities. Flexibility complements determination. While consistency is key, rigid adherence to plans can lead to burnout or missed opportunities. Life's unpredictability demands adaptability. Adjusting strategies in response to changing circumstances demonstrates wisdom and perseverance. Flexibility also allows for creative problem-solving and maintaining balance between ambition and well-being. Engaging your senses fully enhances the experience of deliberate action. Paying attention to how your body feels, how surroundings influence mood, and the impact of various stimuli enriches awareness. This sensory connection deepens engagement and supports holistic growth. It encourages a harmonious relationship between mind, body, and environment, promoting overall vitality. Continual learning fuels advancement. Embracing curiosity and seeking knowledge empowers you to refine skills and expand perspectives. Each day offers chances to absorb new ideas, challenge assumptions, and innovate. Lifelong learning keeps the mind agile and open, preventing stagnation and fostering adaptability in a changing world. Accountability strengthens commitment. Sharing your intentions with trusted individuals or tracking progress publicly encourages responsibility. External support provides encouragement and gentle pressure to stay on course. Accountability systems transform abstract goals into shared commitments, increasing the likelihood of follow-through. Gratitude for the opportunity to grow and the progress already made nurtures a positive mindset. Recognizing the privilege of self-improvement and the resources at your disposal fosters humility and motivation. Gratitude reframes challenges as valuable experiences rather than obstacles, making the journey more rewarding. Balance is key to sustainable growth. While pushing yourself is necessary, honoring rest and recovery ensures longevity. Overextending can lead to exhaustion, diminishing returns, and loss of enthusiasm. Incorporating periods of relaxation rejuvenates body and mind, preparing you to engage fully with deliberate actions. Visualization techniques can enhance motivation and clarity. Imagining yourself succeeding, embodying desired qualities, or navigating challenges effectively primes the mind for real-world achievement. This mental rehearsal builds confidence and aligns subconscious processes with conscious goals, smoothing the path forward. Honoring your unique pace is important. Comparing your progress to others often undermines confidence and breeds frustration. Growth is a personal journey shaped by individual circumstances, strengths, and timing. Embracing your rhythm fosters patience and self-acceptance, empowering consistent advancement. Embracing gratitude for small daily achievements anchors motivation. Acknowledging progress cultivates positivity and fuels continued effort. This focus shifts attention from shortcomings to strengths, creating momentum and reinforcing belief in your capacity to improve. Integrating purposeful pauses within your day allows for recalibration. Moments of stillness create space for insight, reduce stress, and enhance decision-making. These intervals prevent burnout and encourage mindful progression rather than frantic activity. Sharing your journey with others adds meaning and inspiration. Conversations about growth experiences foster connection and encourage mutual encouragement. Your story can empower others while reinforcing your own dedication to becoming your best self. Ultimately, the path to your best self is paved with intentional, daily steps taken with clarity, focus, and compassion. It requires balance between effort and rest, courage and patience, planning and flexibility. Through this ongoing process, you unlock potential, deepen fulfillment, and create a life rich with purpose and joy. The journey itself becomes the reward as you continuously move closer to the person you aspire to be.